Okay, here we go. What I'm about to show you is how to convert our boat, which is a 185 Bayliner bow rider, into a half decent little fishing boat with just a few little modifications that me and the boys have sort of sat down and figured out and put down on paper and put in the boat. As you can see from the start, it's just a bog standard 185. Very nice little platform to start with, but as a fishing boat they leave a lot to be desired because of the total lack of rod holders and whatever in the boat. You will see with what I've done with our boat that it comes up to be a half decent little fishing boat. Just a simple little Bayliner, all the normal Bayliner things, nice padded seats, everything inside the boat that should be in the boat, except fishing things. Rear quarter seats, engine pad, all where they should be. Nothing special, no holes in the boat, nothing drilled. Only special little feature on the back of our boat is a beautiful high-five stainless steel prop. Makes it get out of the hole a bit better for when it does its primary role of a water ski or a water toy towboat. Does that beautifully. But as with a lot of things, everything you do changes. The boys are growing up. The water skier is not too keen on water skiing anymore, and the fisherman is real keen on fishing. So we've had to modify this little thing a bit just to suit that sort of situation. The only thing that has changed in the boat is a couple little things on the outside, which you will see later on. The main one being I got rid of the silly lights and put these LEDs on. Well, anyway, what I'm going to do now is just change it around to put it in as fishing guys and see what you think after that. Okay, here we are back in my little 185 Bayliner with a rather neat little casting platform up the front of it. The storage areas for the anchor and line have now been modified to have little hatches, which, even though you can't see, is a bit dark down there. The anchor is in that little one, and over this side is just any other line storage or whatever else you want to put in there. It has, as you can see, 2 rod holders, and for those who want to trail their boat, obviously, with the bow cover on it, the pole sits through that little hole and the bow cover stays on as usual. At a later stage there will be a casting platform or casting seat in there, and the pole coming up to the bow cover will be shortened so the bow cover can still stay on the boat. Put that back in there to cover the hole, back in there to do the anchor. In case you're wondering, the anchor line comes out this little hole here, feeds at the front. As you can see, I've taken that silly little red and green navigation light up the front of the boat and I've put rather sexy LEDs on it. There's one there. And eventually, where that blue plug thing is, there will be a bow roller there, and just down below it there'll be a cleat to tie the rope off to. At the moment I use a bridle from the 2 front cleats down and tie the anchor rope to that, and it seems to work very good. It has worked for 4.5 years. So that area below that little blue thing is probably 2 inches thick, so there's no drama about putting a small cleat in there to support the anchor rope. Moving back to the back of the boat now. As you can see, the 2 quarter seats are gone. What you see there is a similar sort of setup to the front, with a rod holder on each side. That's one on that side, that's on the other side. And on the engine cover, you take the engine pad off it, the engine pad, that thing down there, comes off, and there's a bait board I've made up. That hole on the side there, on the right hand side, that's where your bait goes in what's commonly called a Tupperware container, I should imagine. A couple little holes there for pliers and a knife. And this, as you can see, quite strong to be stood up on. I'm 113 kilos, no drama. The only other modification in the boat itself is a little sounder there, which most people do on these things. They bung them in there. I bung them in there for water skiing, get the idea of the temperature of the water and the depth when we were skiing up at our dam. Up underneath the front of it is a little fish box. That'll just slide up under there out the road. Nothing exciting about keeping in there. The platform itself, as I said, I'm 113 kilos. There's no drama supporting me. And while these things aren't the perfect fishing boat, this one does us. Very wide, very stable. And plenty of room for our family. It's still got 4 seats in it. These 2 seats, as all Bayliner owners know, fold down to a nice little sun lounge. And I think that's about all I need to tell you about my little play with our boat. My wife was very dubious about me cutting holes in it, which I didn't have to do at all, except for the navigation lights, of course. Everything else, as you see, is totally removable. Just goes in, comes out. Let's see if I can get this one up. Just lifts up, pulls out. They can be put in the normal cross positions, which you do with the rear seats to form a lounge across the back of across the engine cover. No drums there, so you can have the rod holder a bit higher. But here's a Bayliner with 4 rod holders and no holes drilled in the boat. And there you go. That's about it. As I said, the bow cover just clips on as normal. The bow cover pole goes up through that little hole at the front. You wouldn't even know the casting platform's there. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.